We start our celebration this afternoon by inviting the Heavenly Father among us. But we started in a particular mood because in preparing for this celebration, all of you would have known that one of our soldiers has fallen, Anthony Cocky John Baptist, who is very prominently featured in Christine's book. And so we want to start our celebration this afternoon. We, the Arts Fraternity, St. Lucia, the Caribbean, and the world that is here with us, to mark Cocky's passing, wish him farewell, say thank you to him as we bring in the Heavenly Father among us. Normally, you're accustomed to a minute's silence to mark the passing of someone. Our fallen soldier was a drummer, a dancer, an artist. So we will have a few minutes of drumming for Cocky.
Jesus. Thank you, Lord. I love you, Lord. Because of who you are, I give you glory. Because of who you are, I give you praise. Because of who you are, I will lift my voice and say, Lord, I worship you. Because of who you are, Lord, I worship you. Because of who you are, because of who
And that's where I have a serious problem. Because today, among us, and spreading all across the world, are some serious St. Lucian cultural icons. And please forgive me, I would very much like to point out each and every one of y'all individually, but this will take some time, okay? So, welcome, all of you. Sorry, I must mention a few names. Let you all know some people that are here with us. Some of them that some of you, the generations here, don't even know. We have with us Kingsley Powlett and Mistress Patsy Powlett. This goes way, way, way back in the arts and culture in St. Lucia. Some of you have heard of the iconic Arts Guild. Well, thank God that they are here with us, that some of you of the younger generation can see them. I think Claudia Francis is here. Is Claudia Francis here? Should be. Says Gibson is online with us. We want to recognize them. And since the Petit St. Lucie days, people like Werner Odlum is here. Is here with us. Vincent from Flamingo. I mean, take them for granted. You may see them. Mrs. Teresa Colimo, School of Ballet. And some of you don't even know from CYO dancers and so on. I see, and we didn't even get to him, but somehow he managed to find himself here. I see Elvin, Cyril, from way back, way back from CYO dancers here with us, you know, as well as your champions of the younger generation, Silver Shadows, Avid Dancers, etc. Antoninus from Denry, you know, we want to welcome them. Joanne Shalmine, wow. Sorry. And of course the drummers, I mean, Joseph Jean, who has been there from the very beginning, Windy Compton. There's Windy Compton just coming out right now, Niger Nestor. There are so many from Shamalayan, Francisca from Shamalayan, Michelle. Okay, forgive me, this could go on and on. But that's only those that are here. And remember, we are on some serious COVID protocols, so we had to really limit with that. But I could tell you that online, all over, they are there with us. They are there with us this afternoon. And so we say very good afternoon and greetings to everybody all over the world who are here with us this afternoon. Incidentally, today we just realized today would have been, you all know that Christine, under her brand, has been producing an annual fashion show called That's My Bag every year. A fashion show of quality that she has been able to do every year. And this year we would have been doing That's My Bag 7, okay, the 7th one. And it would have actually taken place today. But because of COVID, etc., we couldn't have organized the That's My Bag. But look at how God works in mysterious ways. Christine is, and under her CHRISTY Creations brand, is doing That's My Book. You know, we are able, you know, through the brand Christy Creations to branch off and continue making footsteps, living footprints. And Christy Creations has gone into publishing and through the literary arts, footprints in the literary arts. We welcome you all to this celebration of dance, celebration of literature, celebration of our culture, celebration of Christine and her Christy Creations. Okay. This is the book. This is the document. It is a research document that has come out of many, many, many years of committed research and activism in the field of arts, and in particular, dance arts in St. Lucia. I say dance arts alone because when you and all of you have your book in your hand and go through it, it is a gem. First of all, it is a gem of quality. It was printed in California by a company called You Build a Book. You Build a Book, and take it from me. It is some serious quality work. When you go through it, you will realize that it is. So this is what we are celebrating this afternoon. And as I said, it is a serious research document beginning the work, some work that needed to have been done a long time ago. So this is just the beginning of collecting it so that our children and their children and so on will have the stories supporting them as we continue to sustain and develop our community. So all of this is just to say welcome and thanks for turning up to celebrate with Christine and to send our stories out to the world. It is some serious stories of a very rich and exciting community in this world, this St. Lucian community of ours that we are building, that we are contributing to the world. And my God, I promise you, when you see the book, you will, if you are not proud of us as St. Lucians, of our work, etc., if you have taken our work for granted before, here is the opportunity to turn back and let's start pushing up the pride, and let's start standing up tall to the world. In doing this, okay, we have gotten some support from some serious people. And we all know that the production of the arts is serious business. And one of the struggles we have had as artists right through the years is trying to make everybody realize that this cannot be done by the artist alone. It is a collaboration of community building, a collaboration with government, it has to be with private sector, with people that have the resources. As the artists unleash their talent, it will work when those with the resources come and support it and let it grow and let it contribute. And so we say a big thank you to those who have come out and support. And at this point, we have some very special messages of support that we want to bring to you. Well, first of all, we call upon the Executive Director of the Cultural Development Foundation, Mrs. Ramona Henry Wynn, to deliver a few words of support.
Good afternoon, beautiful people. Today, for me, is special. It's not a book launch for me. Because Christine and I go way back from our childhood. You know, we played together. I watched her dance. I danced with her on the Virgie's being our tutor. And today, for me, it's a celebration of what Christine has done today and honoring the work that Virgie has done that has impacted so many lives that are all over the globe today. And I am so happy, and I thank God today that I have the life to experience this event today. As Booth said earlier, it was long overdue. And it is through the support of corporate St. Lucia, government of St. Lucia, and agencies that events like that or projects like that can become a reality. And watching the two young ladies perform, I felt very emotional because it took me back to the days when I danced. It made me feel, it just took me back on a journey, and seeing Virgie in front of me. I remember in my early days, I was taller than the usual girl, you know, my age. And Virgie, I don't only call her my dance tutor, I call her my mentor, because she's the one today that is responsible for me standing tall, because she always said to me, you have the body of a dancer, you have the good height, stand tall and be proud of it. So I say today, wherever Virgie is, God bless her soul and take her to the place that she needs to be with her Father. Christine, I remember a few years ago, came, we had a conversation, and she said to me, I want to write a book on dance. And my response to her was, Christine, go for it. This thing needs to be done, go for it. And we had an exhibition a few years ago, and she put on a dance exhibition where she highlighted the work of a number of persons that contributed to what we call dance, contributed to many lives, impacted livelihoods. She had a display of those persons, and for those of us who may have forgotten some of those persons, and I see them here today like Mr. Vincent. I remember him very young, you know, doing his limbo and the lights. I remember the drummers, and I remember Verna. I always loved that body form, you know, seeing her on stage. And, you know, for me, this is a resource that can never die. It is something that will go down in our history. It is something that our students need for the SBAs, and the Cultural Development Foundation is very pleased to be associated with projects like that. The artists can't do it together, the agencies can't do it together. It's only through the collaborations that we can put our heads together to make projects like that a reality. And today I say hats off to you, Christine. I always liken Christine to a popcorn. You know, to make popcorn, it's not the normal maze that you see. There's a special one that pops. Despite the pressures, Christine is always able to burst through. And during the lockdown for COVID-19, I just saw Christine just blossoming, you know, having all little fashion shows at home. She continued to create. She continued to paint. She could just continue to do the things. And for me, that is inspiration to artists out there, that you don't need somebody to tell you do this or somebody to inspire. Be your own inspiration, because you may not be responsible for what happens, but you are responsible for how you respond to what happens. So I think Christine today deserves a hearty round of applause for her efforts. And I would say to Christine and all artists who are viewing this book launch today, that you have a great example in Christine, that despite the pressures, despite the adversities, that you can stand up, you can rise up against the adversities, and you can continue to produce and thrive. So I say to Christine, continue to be who you are, continue to create as long as the Most High gives you life, and once you can do that, the support will always be there. I thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Wynn. I was a little worried that the leg would begin to stretch a little bit where it was getting to you. But yes, but a special thank you to the Cultural Development Foundation, particular for this, helping us to produce this particular event this afternoon, as well as support for the book, but they collaborated in this production this afternoon. So a special thank you to the Cultural Development Foundation. Yes, we have mentioned the private sector and the necessary collaborations that need to happen. But if there is one company that is a shining example of what we, the artists, need and want and look forward to in St. Lucia for our work to blossom, is Lucilec. and Lucelec's contribution, okay? Lucelec's sustained contribution to art and the art project in St. Lucia, okay? Enough said. I don't know how much of this is because of the presence of someone like Roger Joseph at Lucelec, but it is with much appreciation and much gratitude that I invite Mr. Roger Joseph of Lucelec to offer a few words of support.
Good afternoon, everybody. Boots told me I had 3 minutes to speak, so forgive me if I adopt the protocol already established. And for me to say that this is extremely exciting for me, for Lucelec, and very significant in many ways, because in St. Lucia we have a rich oral history. It's a tradition that goes way back. And it could probably be equated to footprints in the sand. It's exciting, it's a great feeling while you're making those footprints in the sand, but it lacks permanence. You know, the stories are lost with time and in the retelling. And so with this book, the documentation of the history of dance, Christine, you have made and are making footprints in wet concrete, not sand, because when it dries, it will have permanence. It will be solid. It will be something that will be there to last for a very long time. And it ensures that the story, our story, your story of dance in St. Lucia will be around for a very long time. I'm looking forward to the next step, which is online and digital, because, you know, for those of us below 25, if it ain't on Google, it doesn't exist. And so we want to ensure that that story is not lost to the younger generation, and so we're looking forward to the next step. At Lucelec, we understand long-term investments, and for us, that's what we see in this book, that's what we saw in this book, and that's why we continue to support the arts, because we understand that it is going to generate returns for many, many, many years to come. So congratulations, Angela, Christine, Samuel. You had to write a book for me to know your name was Angela. All these years I know you. But you've left your footprints, not only on the dance floor and in the minds of so many young people that you have tutored in dance, but on our literary landscape as well now. So keep dancing, keep making those footprints. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Roger. Thank you, Lucelec. Our Ministry of Culture has supported the book project, supported in a big way. But I want to cut through the politics. It is one of the areas in life that frustrate us artists very, 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 very much, okay? And make a special introduction of our next speaker, our Senator, Honorable Fortuna Belrose, our Minister of Culture and the Creative Industries. The politics is in the air these days, and lots of things are happening, setting people against each other, putting people in different lights, etc., etc. It is the nature of that beast that wants to make us believe that that is our life, but that is not our life. And even those very people that we see as the politicians doing all of these things and so on, no, behind that, there are those people within our community that are very much part of us. And so I want to cut through the politics today and show some appreciation for Senator Fortuna Belrose because, with no apologies, I say that Senator Belrose comes to almost every cultural event that we organize, artistic event, whatever. whether it is rough, whether it is opposition, whether it is thick, as long as it is culture, she comes. She is there. And in a sense, I mean, no matter what, whether you're on a different side or whatever, you have Haïtien made in blanc. You know, and for that we show appreciation, you know, and encourage and wish her strength and courage in her work as Minister of Culture and the creative industries. But in particular for today, we want to say a big thank you to you and your ministry for your support for this book project. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, let's welcome Senator Fortuna Belrose.
Thank you very much, Boots. You know, for a moment I thought you would have gone into the politics, but you didn't. But I'll take you there because I notice you're the MC, so there's nepotism here or what? Huh? But you know, it's often said that if you're going on a journey and you want to go far, or you want to reach fast, you go alone. And if you want to go on a journey and you want to reach far, you go together. And that's why I admire both you and Christine, because I think you are going on this journey, you know, together. And so it's the same for me in the politics. I want to make that clear. But just to say that, you know, if there's one thing that really assists us in defining who we are or finding ourselves in our society is the arts, you know. And when you see the work that people like Christine have done, going through the trials and the tribulations and the testings and everything else, you know, it really serves to inspire all of us. Because for me, she's really an inspiration. If you know her story, I don't know if the story is in the book. She didn't give me a preview of the book. But I think it's important for us to understand that when we get people like her in our society who span across all aspects of the arts, everything in the arts. You do literature, you do dance, you do drama, you do a range of things. When you get those types of persons who can cement the various aspects of our lives as civilians in this society, you know, we have to cherish them. And Christine, I really want to commend you and congratulate you on the work that you've done to be able to bring out, you know, the 40 years of dance in St. Lucia. I think it's significant, and even for me, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to reading the book because, I mean, we knew Virgie. We all knew. As youngsters in the city, we used to come across to the lodge to see you all dance and perform. So I'm really looking forward to get a real sense, you know, or reflect on what was, you know, in our society. But within government, our responsibility is always to create the environment so people like you to continue to thrive. And so whenever the opportunity comes or is presented to us by yourselves as artists, any one of you, we are there to provide that support to enable you to move on. Our role is to facilitate. Our role is never to block, you know, or to hinder, but is to provide opportunities and pathways for citizens of this country who want to excel through the arts. Because as you know, my government is big, you know, on providing opportunities for those persons in the creative sector, you know, to find their way. You know, to a large extent, our society over the years have not invested, you know, in the way that this government has. And we're happy when we find talent like Christine, you know, talent like avid dancers, talent like the Barry George and Silver Shadows. We are excited when we get those people in our society who want to be able to make their contribution through the arts. We're excited to provide the support. It's unfortunate COVID has hit us, but what COVID has also done is to provide us with even a greater mirror, you understand, or crystal ball, really, to see, you understand, the talent that is within people like Christine and Barry and, you know, all of you who do great creative work. So on behalf of the ministry, we want to commend you, Christine. We also want to thank companies like Lucilec that continues to power all of us, you know, and of course, hats off to Mr. Roger Joseph and the team at Lucilec. They continue to be an inspiration too, you know, as corporates in Lucia, to provide that support to enable all of us, you know, to do well. Because when you do well, our government looks good, you know, and so we are happy, you know, to take that credit too. But it's about synergies, and our Cultural Development Foundation director said it well. You know, it's all about us all working and pulling together. You know, that's the only way we can survive. We cannot work in isolation. We cannot be fighting each other and expect, you understand, to succeed. We must pull the resources together. We must work in harmony, you understand, so that the real impact, you know, of the work that we're doing, you know, can be felt. So congratulations to you. Congratulations to Boots for continuing to support you. And of course, to all the old folks who are here, all the artists, all the former artists, we really want to commend you. Perhaps it didn't happen in your time, but something can happen for you. We are here for you. Be creative. Come with the ideas. This government of St. Lucia is there to support you. Have a good afternoon. Thanks.
Thank you, Honorable Belrose. You gave a line that I love so much. Lucille continues to power us. Roger, use this one. Yeah, you take it down, Roger. You okay. I told you at the very beginning that we have people all over the world that are joining, that have joined us here. And you cannot see them, but they are very much online. Take this opportunity to say a huge thank you to Calabash TV, Richmond Felix, Flo, for ensuring that this happens. That this huge event happens. And so we have a couple of messages from some of them who are here with us this afternoon. Okay, so we'll play two video messages. One coming from the USA. So a lot of you will remember Carol and Michael from Petit St. Lucie days, Ika. Well, Ika and her daughter, Shakina, some of you would know Shakina, Lezafa. In fact, they have actually established a Lezafa in the USA, you know. And so we have messages coming from them. And following that, we have messages coming from Barbados, the Barbados dance community. Okay, Christine has been some serious links with Barbados, with Martinique, all around the Caribbean. But the Bajans said it was their duty to make sure that they participate in this today. So they have pulled together choreographers, dance leaders, etc., to send special messages to us. So let's hear from our international friends.
Yes. We are so honored that you featured us in your book. We thank you so much. Chicago Les Enfants. We are so proud of your work. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Virginia Alexander would have been very proud of you. And we are too. Yes. We hope that St. Lucia receives this book well. We are looking forward to reading it. We thank you again, Christine, for a job well done. Congratulations.
We love you.
Love you.
Heavenly Father, keep you and your family safe as you embark on new horizons, and may He continue to shower His blessings upon you. Amen.
Christy Lights Dance Academy, there was me. I admire your steadfastness, your tenacity, your love for the arts, not only dance but culture. You are an example. You are shining light. You're a low star. You are, I would say, an exemplar to be emulated. I wish you all the best. I'm sure your book will be successful.
My name is Beverly Gaskin from Dance in Africa, Barbados. 3 cheers, Christine, on the launching of your book. Congrats and God bless you.
We are members of the Council, Dance in Africa, Barbados. Congratulations, Auntie Christy, on the launch of your publication.
I first met Angela Christine Samuel over 20 years ago when Dance in Africa was planning its first visit to St. Lucia. We are now family. Christine, you are an extraordinary creative, dancer, founder, choreographer, teacher of dance and visual arts, entrepreneur, Caribbean icon, recipient of the St. Lucia Medal of Merit for distinguished service to the arts and Africa, and now author. I salute you on the launch of your first publication and wish you God's perpetual blessings. God closes some doors to prepare us for bigger opportunities. Your latter continues to be greater than your former. Keep on trusting God's perfect goodness.
Serious Barbados dance icons there. Jean Carson, Cumberbatch, who you saw first of all, and Tyron Trotman, who has been here quite a few years doing workshops for children. When Crystal Lights Dance Academy was on, he comes and goes. And then Christine's very close friend, Jennifer Seeley, the artistic director of Dance in Africa. Okay? Dance in Africa is like a dance institution, established dance institution for many years in Barbados. And of course, our Les Enfants with Carol, Ika, and Shakina. We thank you, we love you, and we encourage you. We wish you strength to continue spreading St. Lucia's good talent far and wide. Okay, so now let's get to our main focus here this afternoon, the publication, the book. And we invite the chairman of the Folk Research Center, Mr. Ember Charles, himself. Some of you don't know it, but in the early days of Petit St. Lucie, he himself was just like Mrs. Wynne, doing his little dancing on stage. And I think we have a picture of you, but if you don't know that already, we caught one of those old pictures, and you are somewhere in this book. So we invite Mr. Ember Charles to give an introduction to Dance Footprints.
Good evening to all. Bonsoir tout le monde. Boots said I should stick to my script because he doesn't want any more drama. So I will do so. Dance Footprints. 40 years of dance in St. Lucia. And I start with one line from Christine's poem. Every footprint created leaves memories. Dance Footprints, 40 years of dance in St. Lucia, is a book, 9 inches by 12, 89 pages cover to cover, with illustrations and photographs in multicolor and black and white. It is perfectly bound hardcover with a varnished finish for the center table or for your bookshelf collection. The author, as Roger indicated, is Angela Christine Samuel, a St. Lucian choreographer, dancer, who did the research, wrote and compiled sections of the book. Writing our own history is uncommon to us in this island. But this is now necessary in this competitive world of cultural self-denial, hard roads, hunger, vacant museums, and empty stages. This book is some fresh food for your feelings. The story starts with a picture of a young Patricia Charles grounded on the tiled floor of the extramural department at the Mon, now rechristened the open campus. It is about 1966. She's directing the training and she's planning the programming of the Creative and Performing Arts Society, CPAS. They're the likes of Sixtus Charles, Cess Gibson, Claudia Francis, Kingsley Powlett, Eichel Francis, Zophie, and Undine George, and many more were trained there. To quote a section from the book, CPAS is perhaps the first group to stage original creative dance in St. Lucia. They did this right up to the beginning of the 70s, together with the production of other arts and entertainment events, including variety concerts, music and dance theater productions, training workshops, and much more. The story continues to present the groups like dance movements, perhaps a waltz, some twists, a jeté here and there, listing names of all members of groups available. CYO dancers, 21 dancers and drummers. Le Caribel, 15 dancers and drummers. Phoenix dancers, Vincent and Flamingo dancers, 16 dancers. The Southern Arts Society, 29 members. Undine George and Alpha Dance Center, 21 dancers. FADO, St. Lucia School of Ballet and Modern Dance. The St. Gilles Family, Sulfuric Dance Troupe, Dance Spectrum. I'm sure one of you may have been on this list. More flow out of those cuckoo's nests. For these companies and groups, nurturing grounds for many who walked away from dance into lives of teaching, of law, of engineering, of journalism, diplomacy, some even prancing to become housewives and revelers at carnival bands. The author halts and celebrates, then the author halts again, then progresses to center stage to welcome one of the largest dance institutions and celebrates the life of a matriarch, dance teacher, Julian Virginia Alexander, to whom the book is dedicated. Curtin call for the list of over 150 young people whose lives she changed. Of course, there were many whose lives she changed, but their names were not on the register. To quote from the section of the book, throughout the 80s and 90s, Auntie Virgie and her Les Enfants dancers planted solid footprints, concrete footprints, Roger, on the local and regional landscapes and must be recorded in our dance history for many generations to come. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the record. The story is told in many captivating, timeless photographs. There is a famous stare of betrayal, a scene from the production of Moments, Carlton and Eichel. One of the highlights of the contributions of Dance Enterprise, which was called Petit Set Lycée. To quote from the book, during its time, Petit Set Lycée dominated the dance scene in St. Lucia. They were the most professional local dance company, and they received much local and regional acclaim for their skill and their creativity in both dance and in drumming. Big companies of recent vintage and extensive impact are also showcased in full color. Shamalayan Dance Ensemble for, quote, their unique, tremendous energy and the pulsating combination of dance and drums in their performances. The dedicated Silver Shadow Dance Academy, which, quote, took on breakdancing, vibrancy of rap, hip-hop, and street dance. Avid Dance Ministry, which started in 2002, where dancers would worship and proclaim God's word through dance, unquote. Youth Aflame, Calm Dancers, Miracle Dance Family, Liberty Dancers are among the many featured in the book. And there are tales of many smaller but notable dance footprints. The drummers' parts are told throughout the book, but they share their rhythms in a 4-page collage to the latter part of the publication. Academies like Christy Lights, quote, integrated activities of both dance company and dance school, contributing to the landscape of dance in St. Lucia. You may recall there were many big ambitions like Dancer Sub and St. Lucia Dance Theatre Company. The stories of attempts here and there to make dancers earn a living from the dancing at home. For those who do not remember, these chapters are now with you forever. In the storytelling, Dance Footprints records obituaries to dancers, drummers, producers, and choreographers. Many lists of dancers are presented in the book, valuable information for contact tracing. Some of them can be traced to new professional dancing lives in other countries, but sadly, some can only be traced back to their graves. May these continue to rest in peace. A beautiful epitaph is presented on page 72 with a very conspicuous blank space in waiting for the next fallen dancer. Regrettably, the space has already been filled by Koki Jabatis. Perhaps the intention of the author is to mix your memories and your feelings. Only you would know how you feel when you lay your hands on your personal copy and read the story. But please take intermissions when you read. You will enjoy the final showcase. And as I always say to artists, the truth of support from any artist is paying for their work. Buy the book. I welcome you to a new chapter in the writing of our history and culture by one of us. Dance Footprints, 40 Years of Dance in St. Lucia by Angela Christine Samuel is now waiting to get into your hands and into your homes. And there you will continue the story. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. That's why you're here. I guess I should just let all of you all rush up on the stage and take a book. No, but before that, you need to interact with the author. You need to interact with the author. So let's take a little time to bring our author on stage. We will start with a video clip from Chicago.
Christine Samuel. Whenever that name is mentioned, the main thing that comes to mind is dance. But not just dance where you move your body to a beat. Nah. Christine has embodied dance as a means of education where dance, academics, and social development interrelates, creating a platform of dance and culture to become a practice of community development. Over the many years that I've known and worked with Christine, I always look forward to teaching and implementing choreographic pieces on the children that she has trained. Their ability to comprehend and interpret complex and qualitative movement skills is a mere reflection of Christine's ability to nurture and inspire young minds. I salute you, Christine Samuel. Congratulations.
Come on, give me some expression, give me some energy. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. Move! 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Heinz Bejan, he was part of Dance in Africa many years ago, but he's a lecturer, dance tutor in Chicago. And the footage you saw there is from the Christolites Dance Academy. So some of you all may have recognized some of those young dancers who have now grown very big. Angela Christine Samuel, known to many as the dancer, is an acclaimed St. Lucian dancer, visual artist, designer, and a retired theater arts teacher. She is a graduate of the Edna Manley College of the Performing Arts in Jamaica and SUNY College of Brockport in the USA. Christine has received several national awards in St. Lucia for her outstanding work as performer, choreographer, and teacher. Her career as a dancer spans over 40 years. During that period, she taught at the Castries Comprehensive Secondary School. She established and managed her own dance institution, the Christolites Dance Academy, as a premier institution for arts education in St. Lucia. In 2011, she was honored with the National Award of Excellence from the Ministry of Education in St. Lucia for her contribution to arts education. Following her retirement from teaching, Christine has established herself as a proficient designer and visual artist. Under her brand, CHRISTY Creations, she produces original handcrafted and hand-painted bags, bamboo jewelry, clothing, and paintings. Her work as a designer has already gained international recognition, with her receipt in 2018 of the Award of Excellence in Fashion Innovation from Carib Nation Incorporated at the Caribbean Style and Culture Awards in Washington, D.C. In 2020, she was awarded the St. Lucia Medal of Merit Silver at the National Independence Awards. Today, Christine is married with 3 wonderful grown children and lives with there's a word missing there, I think. And lives with her handsome husband, yeah, that's what's missing, Kennedy Booth Samuel, in the rural community of Babono, St. Lucia. Ladies and gentlemen, author of Dance Footprints, Christine Samuel.
Thank you, Booth Samuel. Thank you, everyone. It's really nice seeing everybody here. Let me just take a few minutes just to look around and see who is in the audience. Hi, Joanne. Hi, Vincent. Hi, Teresa. My darling friend, Verna. Nice to have you. They asked me to stick to the script. I must admit, I have had some great and not so great moments in my dance career. Too great of a story to tell you today, but then again, that's life. But one thing I am aware of now, that my trials and tribulations, though they were huge, have made me stronger. My 40 plus years in dance, whether as a student, a performer, a teacher, a director, a dance officer, opened my mind to the struggle of a dancer who somehow or the other seek a career as an artist. One thing I am sure of is I always wanted something different in dance. Growing up around the dancers with persons like Auntie Virgie, Ikel, are you there? Is Ikel there? Carlton, Werner, and others who have nurtured my dance career, they told their own dance stories. Some spoke of building their own dance studios, some of the opportunity to study in famous institutions of dance. Some wanted financial stability and still hoped to continue their career as dancers. And some spoke of the lack of appreciation of artists from the powers that be for their work and their contributions to the country and the art form. These stories told by my mentors and friends stayed in the back of my mind, and I knew someday I would be able to relate your stories. This is the main reason for this book, Dance Footprint. It is written for all of you, my friends, mentors, and dance partners, students and lovers of the arts, and that all St. Lucians would come to know and appreciate you and your work you have contributed to the development of dance in St. Lucia. It's documented. The opportunity to put this book together came after the passing in 2008 of my mentor, tutor, and friend, Virginia Alexander, known to all of us as Auntie Virgie. The Cultural Development Foundation would in 2016 celebrate her life at the Icon series. They afforded me the opportunity to share with St. Lucians our dance history because of my love for documentation and the wealth of information I accumulated on dance in St. Lucia. I was grateful for the opportunity and decided to document her work in dance, and that all of us dancers in the form of an exhibition at the Blue Coral Mall in Castries. That gave the public a chance to know our story. That exhibition would capture 4 decades of dance in St. Lucia, revisiting our memories in photos and bios of the many groups recorded in this book. Seeing the success of the exhibition, I knew that the opportune time to transform this exhibition into a book would allow St. Lucians and the world to know of us and to appreciate the work we have done in the development of dance in St. Lucia. And this is your legacy. Today, I stand proudly in front of all of you, my friends, Joanne, Teresa, Antononius, Boots, all of you dancers. For those overseas who are viewing and listening at this moment, my friends Shakina, Danny, Peter D'Souza, Alvin, and for your words of wisdom and for your words of encouragement, I say thank you. My friend and dance partner in our early years, Corky, thank you. But today I am saddened because you were not there to see the book. But nevertheless, you will never be forgotten. To those of you who came to the exhibition on the 18th of April, 2016, and wrote all the lovely comments in the comments book, I listened and I heard your story. And to all of you, I say thank you. I could not have completed this book without the help of you wonderful people, and I want to start with my husband, Boots. Thank you. Thank you very much for all the years, and thank you for all the encouragement. And to our wonderful children, Ashanti, Akim, and Joy. To my friend Embert, and Robert Lee, and Dreniel, who gave me the opportunity and told me to document and write the story. Thank you, I did it. To my new friend Isabel, for pushing me to the unknown territories about putting a book together. Thank you, Isabel. My wonderful son Akim, who did the cover of the book. Yes, my son Akim. Great job, Akim. And I want to mention Stephen Paul. I know most of you probably have known him. He was a photographer, a really renowned photographer in St. Lucia. He's living in the States right now. In our Virgie's last days, Stephen and I, and myself and Virgie, we did a photo shoot. And as a result of the photo shoot, these are the photographs, the ones on the book and the one here that Stephen was able to put together for us to celebrate our friendship together. Thank you, Stephen. Last but not least, I want to thank you, Roger Joseph of Lucelec, the director and staff of CDF, the cultural minister, Ms. Fortuna Belrose, and your staff. You heard my story, and you supported the cause. Thank you. All I ask is that you continue to support the artists. They need your help. A big thank you to Bernard Fannis and your team, Richmond Felix, and Slim Matre, Flow, Internet, for the live streaming today and for all your invaluable technical services. Thank you very, very much. And I want to say to the dancers and professionals today, I ask that you continue to make new footprints and document them for the next generation. In closing, this is my gift to all of you. Dance footprints. Treasure it for a lifetime. Thank you for the support, and thank you for telling me your story. Love you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Christine. Let's head for Christina. Let's head. Let's head. Around the world, let's head for Christine in the encouragement. Thank you. At this point, Christine would like to make some very special presentations of St. Lucia's newest publication. Okay, and in making the presentations, quite a few of the people who she needs to make presentations with will be done after, who are not here. Okay, but those who are here, please note them, because almost every one of them has been an arts soldier in St. Lucia and continues to fight on. Okay. Are we ready? Okay. Well, okay. So I'll just try to zero in on people who are here. Did Claudia Francis, is Claudia Francis here? Did she come? Okay. 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 Leo Amide, are you here? Leo? Leo Amide from Fado Dancers. You all remember Fado Dancers from the community of Foaso, Babono. Yes, up there, so pictures. And as these people receive their awards, let's hear it for them, because you all may not have known the story, but every one of them is a record of struggle and development in St. Lucia's culture. Mrs. Teresa Colombo from the St. Lucia School of Ballet and Modern Dance. Mr. Arthur Saint-Gis from a group that just showed hair, but one of the most creative dance groups that we have seen in St. Lucia. Didn't last long. A group called The Family. Mr. Arthur Saint-Gis. And outside of Castries, in Dennery on the East Coast, Antoninus, he corrected me and made sure that I got it right. It's not Antoninus, as I said, it's Antoninus from Dance Spectrum. That's what it is, yeah. No, I need it. Yeah. Mr. Kingsley Powlett from the Southern Arts Society, sorry. But Kingsley Powlett is also from the iconic and probably parent of performing arts in St. Lucia, the St. Lucia Arts Guild. We don't have many members from the old Arts Guild. And he's also here with his wife, Patsy Powlett, a dancer from many of the different groups from years before. Do we have any member of Mrs. Pat Charles's family here with us this afternoon? But we want to recognize her. Let's have a big round of applause for her and her contribution to St. Lucia, the Creative and Performing Arts Society. Okay. I think we have Marlene Bushell here with us. And she and she is from the Alpha Dance Center, representing, you all would remember Undine George from the Alpha Dance Center. Undine, I hope you are watching, you are online with us. We haven't seen you in St. Lucia for years, but we know and we love you and we remember you. We want to appreciate the Alpha Dance Center. Is Ikel here with us today? Did Ikel show up? Ikel is not here, but Ikel, we were hoping to make this presentation to Ikel. Michael Francis from Peter St. Lucie. You can give him a round of applause. He is following. Mr. Vincent Lucas from the Flamenco Dancers. Okay? You do them running that hotel circuit with limbo dancing, etc., etc., etc. People like Corky, Carlton, Johan, etc. Vincent. Thank you, Vincent. you. We should have had a family member of Auntie Virgie. Is he here? Yuan? Is there? Virgie's son. Auntie Virgie's son is with us. Big thank you to the family. Hey, Yuan. There's Yuan. It looks like Virgie. And look at him. Okay. And Mr. Roger Joseph of Lucelec. We have given all of this introduction. Thank you, Lucelec. Thank you, Roger. Senator Fortuna Belrose. From the Cultural Development Foundation, Mrs. Ramona Henry Wynn. We want to invite, I think we have a representative from Flo here with us. We want to say a big thank you to Flo. I think we have Wendell Paul. Wendell, could you come? Wendell? Thank you. Hello, can we have a huge round of applause for Flo, because they have brought us and our productions to another level, and we wouldn't have been able to do it without them. Thank you. Thank you, Flo. We have a gem. We have a gem in putting this whole thing together. Technically, we have a technical gem with us, and I want to appreciate him because he has been working with us through Calypso development, through a lot of our arts development, and today, a lot of this would not have happened without him. Richmond Felix. Thank you, Richmond, and we urge you to continue to lead St. Lucia into this technological world. Mr. Bernard Farnes from Calabash TV. Brothers and sisters, show some appreciation for Calabash TV, because Calabash TV has consistently moved in the direction of pushing local programming and supports everything local. So opportunities like this, when we get a chance, let's tell him, let him hear it loud and clear. Isabel Sanka, do we have anybody representing Isabel here? Now, Mr. Amber Charles, could you come and collect on behalf of Isabel Sanka, please? We thank you. Isabel Sanka helped with the layout of the book. This. From the Shamalayan dancers, Michelle Etienne. And we want to say a big hello to Rosie. Rosie is in Trinidad. Hope she is following. Rosie, greetings. Thank you. Carlton, is he here? Carlton Ishmael. Well, we want to remember Carlton, and we will make the presentation. St. Lucian Afro-Caribbean Studio, Puget St. Lucie. Silver Shadow Dance Academy, Barry George. How we get to our younger soldiers. Joanne Shalmine, Joanna has been a member of so many different things, but we are recognizing her for her Liberty Dancers. And we have a dance troupe from one of our primary schools. The Ave Maria Primary School has given us camp dancers, and they have continued to do some wonderful work from St. Lucia. We invite teacher Adeltrude Jean-Charles to receive on behalf of camp dancers. You remember the St. Lucia Dance Theatre Company? Can we call up Trevor King to receive on behalf of the St. Lucia Dance Theatre Company? The Miracle Dance family gave us some wonderful works. Jermaine Alexander. Could we ask Barry George, could you collect for Jermaine? But can we have a round of applause for Jermaine and his work? I have a dance company, children, who continue every New Year's to give us this wonderful religious production. Althea Emmanuel, director. The drummers are featured. Dance in St. Lucia would not be where they are without the drummers. And the dance drummers are featured in the book, and we invite one of the originals to come and receive on behalf of the dance drummers, Joseph Jean. Oh, okay. And one final presentation this afternoon, another of our exciting children's dance organization, Youth Aflame, and we invite Jennifer Comby to receive on behalf of Youth Aflame. Thank you. Thank you, Christine. Thank you. As I said, there are a number of other presentations that Christine will be making to libraries, etc., and other dance icons who are not in St. Lucia. Okay, so we thank you for this, Christine, and let us, as we come to the end of what we hope was a special evening for you, let's say some thank you to Christine. We start with a clip from Auntie Virgie's family saying thank you.
Hello everyone. On behalf of my brothers and the family of Virgie Alexander, I would like to thank Christine for inviting me to say a few words on the launch of the book, Dance Footprints. The dedication of this book to Virgie Alexander says so much about the depth of the relationship that Christine shared with her former teacher, mentor, and friend. After years of working together and keeping the flames of dance burning through their works with groups like Laserfur and Christy Lights, and their wider involvement in the development and revival of dance in schools and in local communities, it is fitting that the torch has been passed on to Christine to keep shining a light on dance and its rich heritage in St. Lucia. As a creative, Christine is a mentor to the next generation And this book is a crucial link between the past and the future of dance. Marcus Garvey said that a people without knowledge of their past history, origin, and culture is like a tree without roots. We have lost many icons of the arts over the years, and more recently, we mourn the loss of Anthony Jean-Baptiste, a talented dancer and drummer. Who will tell their story? Who will tell our cultural story and history? Dance Footprints gives us all an opportunity to learn about the last 40 years of dance in St. Lucia by someone who has been involved in dance at a grassroots level. This book should be embraced not only by everyone who loves the arts in St. Lucia, but by every St. Lucian. So please join me in giving a round of applause to Christine Samuel for recording this important aspect of our cultural heritage for future generations. Thank you.
We invite Junior Frederick on stage, please. Thank you, Junior. COVID-19, social distancing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Junior. Okay, and we continue the thank yous. On behalf of the artistic community, the dance community in particular, we want to see this final thank you to Christine, and we invite Trevor King to do this for us.
Acknowledgement and celebration are essential to fueling passion, making people feel valid and valuable, and giving the team a real sense of progress that makes it all worthwhile. Dwight Friend. Christine Samuel has concocted the Super E formula. Engage, educate, empower, encourage, elevate. The content of her journey and her truth that intertwined with the footprints of others provides us with the common thread that truly engages current and potential dance enthusiasts, educates on our truths of hardships, achievements, and opportunities that are bountiful within the beautiful outer and inner self-expressive art form, empowers and encourages those of us who have struggled to remain steadfast or pick up the pieces while remaining resilient, committed to this passion. Dance Footprints, 40 years of dance in St. Lucia. Thank you, Christine Samuel, for this outlet of your truth and that of others, which is a voice of our realities within the dance fraternity and the creative arts by extension. When we move, we do not question our right to be or not on the stage. We do not question our right to create, our right to beauty and to strength. We move with a rhythm of life, a breath of prayer, muscle, bone, and sinew, all created for ultimate expression. We are made intelligent and expressive beings. We exist because life, it is movement, and the twisting of a torso and the sweep of a hip is as beautiful and prayerful as an outstretched hands reaching for the heavens. We have chosen to be movers of body and of spirit. For most of us, there is no other ultimate desire than to be respected voices. But apparently, intelligent beings aspire to be fearless, and our choices to remain in and with our bodies have spoken against us. We have been called lazy, stupid, wasteful, vulgar, unambitious. They have tried to take from us the right to the unique expression that is the dance. Our bodies, our movements, our intelligence. And now, we take them back.
I'm gonna send the blood, gonna drown a mind. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me. I'm gonna send the blood, gonna drown a mind. This is brave, this is bruised, this is who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching out to the beat I drum. To the beat I scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me. Whenever the words wanna cut me down, I send the blood to drown them out. This is me.
Thank you, Christine, from the arts community of St. Lucia. Thank you. From St. Lucia. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Christine. And in closing, a few remarks. First of all, I will tell you, please note that the books will be on sale at the Sea Island Cotton Shop. That's where you will be able to find the book to get your personal copy. I will also invite all of the book recipients this afternoon. We want to make a group photo. That photo will be an important photo for our children. Be available to do book signings of anybody who want to get a book and get the book signed right after we finish here. And of course, I will not end before I say some very special thank yous again to people who made this afternoon possible. Well, some of them we have said already, but I do want to ask you all over the world to join with me in applauding the technological help and support that we have gotten for this afternoon. Bernard Farnes from Calabash TV, Richmond Felix, from Flo, Wendell Paul, okay, Linus on sound and lights. A very, very, very big thank you to all of you all. We also want to recognize Francisca, the help from Francisca and Catherine, the design of the stage and so on. We did it with the help of Shamak Leon. Okay? And special thank you to Junior Frederick for doing stage management work for this afternoon. To all of you, thank you very much. And continue your struggles and your fight to create and build this beautiful world community that we have right here in St. Lucia. And please, everybody, spare thought for our brothers and sisters in St. Vincent right now who are under this volcanic eruption. Not only in St. Vincent, Barbados is actually getting some serious dust issues right now. So spare thought for them. Our prayers go with them. And anyhow we can help, please open your arms and welcome our brothers and sisters. Yes, sir. Okay? So thank you for coming. Thanks for making this afternoon a special one. And as I said, all of the book recipients, can I invite you to come onto the stage? Let's take a very nice group photo. Yes, if you come with your book, it will be even better. It will be even better. And let's have a very nice group photo. Please come and take it. You will not, maybe now you do not understand the importance this photo will have. When all of us have left here, somebody will find this photo and it will tell numerous stories.
My mother had this phrase. She would always say, not everyone can dance, but everyone can D-A-N-C-E. She would then leave it up to us to determine what that meant for each person individually. So, I ask, what is dance? What is dance? An art, a movement, a soul's release. There's a story here. A long one. No? A breath. Pause. Take a breath. Short ones. Pace yourself. The close connection. Making eye contact. Hearts. Beating fast. No music yet. No. Don't think about rhythm. Wait for the heartbeat. Remember, we're talking about art. Yes. The artist. Can't you feel it? They know it too well. The baker, the animator, the director, the writer. You, the reader, the listener, the soul searcher. You can feel it too. It's not a stage. It's not the lights. No. It's not even the leotards or the tights. It's... I want you to feel it. Yeah. I want you to feel it. So wait. Let's start at the beginning. What is dance? My emotions, oh, they're heightened. Take a breath. Take a breath. Feel the beat, the bass, the tempo, the drums. Wait, my body. That tool, that instrument. That instrument. But I can't feel the rhythm, my body. I am the rhythm. Yes. I am the rhythm. And I see them, the dancers before. Their marks, their beat, the earth and my soul. I'm ready. A point, a flex. Yes. Reach and stretch. And if I look, I can see. I can see the dancers, the prints before, and the marks, the dancers of all the dancers before. Yes, their beat and mine. All of their footprints. The earth and in one breath, my soul. They whisper. Let's dance.